What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, we got some breaking news right now regarding Ryan, the king of TikTok, Garcia. The actual TikTok king, though. TikTok is $1 billion organization. Damn near, probably knocking on for maybe even $1 trillion. Who knows? Either way, he's the king of that, 100%. Trillionaire cat right now. Anyway, this ain't the point of today's video. Today, we bring a serious leak to you, man. Ain't no one heard this yet. No doubt about it. Ryan Garcia has allegedly tested positive for the PED Ostarine. This is Mike Coppinger. And I passed Mike Coppinger this pattern. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could come on here and lie and say that he got it I had it first. I passed it to Mike. He got the ESPN platform. It is what. Listen, I ain't here to collect flowers today, but either way, let's get to the news. Ryan Garcia tested positive for the PED Ostarine the day before and the day of his upset win over Devin, aka Devin Haney, per a VADA letter obtained by the YB and obviously ESPN. Garcia has 10 days to request his B sample to be tested. His A sample also screened positive for 19 norandosterone, but unconfirmed. Listen, I think it's cap. Yeah, I've got a video coming soon. Tank Davis exposed Eddie Hearns. Yeah, Tank Davis exposed Massa Hearns. Massa Hearns, he be doing too much. I'm sorry. I guess Conor Benn got popped, didn't he? So maybe not. My bad. But still. Beterbiev. Oh, he popped. Oh, no, he didn't pop. Just hating. That's what I told you, man. You thought I was... Oh, he bugging. I told you years ago. In fact, I told you at the point of Conor Benn. At the point of Conor Henn versus Eubank, I'm not interested in these things. Not interested. Yeah? Because it just just a waste of time. It's a waste of time. I don't believe it either. I ain't gonna lie, I don't believe it. I don't believe, if you know about PEDs, yeah, no PED works where you shoot it, unless you're off a methamphetamine. If you're off the, what do they call them? Amphetamines. If you're off the amphetamines, that's different. You're like, just tweaking out. That's different, because you can kind of get a shot and you're just buzzing your tits off. Yeah? We've all seen people in California who they off the crank, the Mexican crank, and they just bugging. They're full of beans. They can take on like 10 people at once. 10 federal agents at once. And they're out here wilding. Yeah? Off the spice. Off that Mexican spice ice. Anyway, this ain't that though. Yeah? So VADA testing, they do tests every week. If not more frequently than that. Sometimes Terence Crawford said, I've been tested 3 times this week. My point? There's no PEDs. Why would Ryan Garcia be not juicing for his whole camp? And then the night before, let me start doing the juice now. Who can do that? Who can do that? If anything, yeah, let's say you've got through the camp and you've been juicing. Why would you risk it doing some... I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Yeah? If they couldn't find it in the 12 weeks before, why they find it on fight night? What are the chances of that? I just don't believe it. That's the bottom line. I think it's cap. I think there's haters. I think there's institutional haters here. Yeah? Now, looking at Ryan Garcia's performance, was it a juicy performance? I don't think so. I told you, man, the other day. I think Ryan Garcia lost the fight. Take out the knockdowns. Without the knockdowns, Ryan Garcia, forget everything else. Round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he lost. Back to back. And outside of them of the first 6 rounds, he lost 5. Fact. And then outside of that, for the next 6 rounds, he was hugging for most of it. Apart from the times he was knocking Devin Haney down. He was not like butchering Haney. He wasn't like touching him all over and just doing him wrong. Yeah? He wasn't giving Devin Haney the no diddy. Apart from the knockdowns. He was kind of just... listen, Devin Haney, he was doing way too much grabbing. But so was Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia was frustrating me. I was shouting at the TV, get on him. Why are you hugging? He toast. Smoke him. Smoke him. Begging him. Yeah? Meanwhile, Devin Haney's corner in there. Get up! I'm there saying, go get his ass. Yeah? He's a Amir Khan, John Fury looking ass legs. Go get them. So, pick your lane here. Ryan Garcia, he didn't look match fit, in my opinion. He looked sharp, but he wasn't able to maintain. Now, obviously, taking PEDs, you can't just take PEDs and then be pinging. they're performance enhancing. You can't just sit around and do nothing and be buzzing. Like, people get the wrong perception. Like, you can just sit around, do nothing, jab some bits, and you're just going to be Superman. It don't work like that. And Ryan Garcia, he weren't training. So you have to tell me that Ryan Garcia, who fought Tank at 135, weight drained, he didn't juice for that fight, but then he juices for Devin, no power having Devin, no power having, no chin having. Now all of a sudden he juiced. It's a stretch, people. And I'm sorry, I don't believe it. Yeah? Obviously all the Devin Haney fans, they're like, oh, see, no. I just don't, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ryan Garcia, he probably wasn't even training properly. I mean, what Ryan Garcia nailed, yeah, was the strategy. The tactical element. He knew. Well, he damn sure looked like it. He knew he didn't have more than, like, essentially, in a 12-round fight, Ryan Garcia showed he had about 4 rounds in him. Because, again, round 1, he was shut up. He did nothing until round 7. Literally, nothing. That's not a man who is kind of... Well, he may have been. I mean, he was fit enough to do the 12, but he wasn't fit enough to fight in every round of the 12. We've seen fighters in the past who fight every round of the 12. That was not him. And for most of the fight, excluding the knockdowns, he was politicking. So was he training hard? Maybe, maybe not. Why juice now, though? Why do that? You guess you could argue, well, YB, he had a shocking loss against Tank Davis and he never wanted to relive that. I just don't believe people start... People who are juicing, they stay juicing. You don't just jump on the juice for Devin Haney. Devin Haney ain't never stopped no one. Devin Haney ain't stopped... At least, like, for Tank, yeah? Tank, you knew you were being drained to 135. Yeah? Right? You knew you was being weight drained. You know Tank's got a good chin. You know Tank can punch. But you don't juice for that. You're weight drained, every excuse to juice. Hey man, I'm weight drained, I need every little edge here. You don't juice then. But for Devin, who ain't never stopped no one, stop. Yeah? Cambosos, he no good. Twice Devin Haney ain't do nothing in there. They didn't even put him down, and if he did, he didn't do nothing. That second fight, he was beating Cambosos' arse, but couldn't finish his dinner. Yeah? Prograis, the same situation. Beating Prograis' arse, can't finish his dinner. Devin Haney can't punch. He can't punch, and he's got a suspect chin. Ryan Garcia knew that. Ryan Garcia was saying the left hook. And I'm not a boxing expert yet, but Ryan Garcia, he's been doing it for 20 years, so I call him an expert. He knows. If you look at Devin Haney, he always pulls back. And it works, because he's small. He fights smaller, less athletic fighters. He can pull back, with his hands by his chest, and just lean back. And because he's quite long, he normally gets away with that. Oops. Ryan Garcia's rapid. He feinted the jab, flicked the left hook, clip, night. Floyd Mayweather said that. You can look at all of Devin Haney's fights. He fights the same way. He's predictable. Now, the trick was a good predictable trick until it wasn't. There's holes in his game. And Ryan Garcia told you he was going to expose them. Yeah, he told Devin, like, Devin talking about whatever else. Like, but what are you going to do about me? Yeah? And Dev ain't have the answer for that. Not once. Not at one point in that fight did Dev have an answer for what he going to do about Ryan. Nothing. So, it's a stretch for me to believe that all of a sudden Ryan Garcia does a whole camp. I think it's fair to say it's almost impossible to cheat a VADA test. If VADA's testing you for a camp, which we know they were because it's WBC clean boxing program, if they're testing you for a camp, there's no way they ain't picking up the juice for the first 12 weeks. It's impossible. They come randomly. So you have to, for this to be true, yeah, you have to believe that Ryan Garcia wasn't juicing his whole camp. And then read it here, look. He tested positive for Ostarine the day before and the day of his upset win. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so he didn't juice his whole camp, and then he takes a PED. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it now, but I guarantee. Listen. Again, most PEDs, they're not going to, like, turn you into Hulk. In fact, most of them, or in fact, categorically, yeah, for example, if you got, I don't know, some of the most aggressive steroid you can get, I don't know, I think it's called Trenbolone. If you get Trenbolone, you gained a gram of that, yeah, in one day, you ain't going to notice nothing. Apart from your ticker may blow out, but it takes time to deliver these gains. There's no magic serum you can just pump in and look, the day before you end up Superman. So who can do that? Who can be cleaning a whole camp and then juice at the last minute? But let's look into it. Let's see what Ostarine is. And I'm sorry, but if it's something that, which I guess it is, if it's some like peripheral, yeah, see, there we go. Ostarine is a selective androgen receptor. I don't know all this rubbish science, yeah, but essentially, and effectively tells muscles to grow. Yeah? It is used to aid performance by helping athletes build muscle mass and enhance their rate of fat loss, and also to increase stamina and recovery ability. But all of these impacts of this substance, there's going to be close to zero. Yeah? There's going to be close to zero effect within 24 hours. Literally. If you tested someone's cardiovascular ability 24 hours after taking this stuff, it's going to be negligible. So who would do that for? It's not going to say, oh, well, let's give an arbitrary number here. Let's say your cardiovascular capacity was 100, yeah? You take some of this stuff. 24 hours later, it's not going to be 150. It may be like, I don't know, 101, 102, but why do that for? These things take weeks and months to really get any solid gains from. And you're telling me Ryan Garcia, who ain't juiced his whole career, has suddenly jumped on it a day before. I think it's a stretch. And that's why I don't like VADA. I don't like these guys. Not because they're exposing cheaters. I just think they're just doing too much. And I've been saying that. They're doing too much. Yeah? Chris Eubank, when he was going to fight Conor Henn. Chris Eubank's doctors said, and this is the point I'm making. This is why I don't care about VADA now. I've been saying for a while. And I guess John Jones had it, but I mean, there's an argument, well, not every fighter pops, but still. John Jones had it. He said it's a picogram, and it's such a tiny amount. Now, it sounds funny, but in reality, yeah, finding something somewhere isn't really the point. It's like, or in my opinion, it's more important, is it likely to have an impact, a measurable impact, yeah? And Chris Eubank's doctors, they looked into it and said, listen, the amount Conor Benn's been found with, it's not going to make no difference. Yeah? And the Joe Public, they think, oh, they found some... I find it funny. I call him Conor Henn, but realistically, yeah, it ain't made a difference. It ain't made a difference. It's not gonna help you win a fight. Now, if you're doing a proper cycle and you're caning it and it's all loosey-goosey, then maybe it will do. Like, for example, in the UFC, when you had fighters who were literally taking cycles of gear in TRT. They was literally on it, and they had it, I got a medical exemption because I'm on TRT. That was different, because you're doing it's categorically, you're getting all your pins in. You're pinning yourself X amount of times a week. That's different. Oh, no, we found this. I don't even know how strong Ostarine is. It's a psalm. And psalms, yeah, psalms, from what I understand, psalms, yeah, they're not even the proper one. So if you do a cycle of tests, yeah, psalms are what all the... I'm not even sure it's a real steroid like that. I ain't gonna lie. Because within the bodybuilding community, yeah, psalms is like something... It's like a... Think of it like this. You got protein shakes at the bottom, yeah? Rubbish. They do nothing. Protein shakes at the bottom. Then you got psalms, which are like this grey area. And then you got proper testosterone, essentially. Right? Psalms in the middle, they ain't doing nothing. Damn sure not in 24 hours they ain't. That's what we know for a fact. Not one of nothing are they doing in 24 hours. Certainly not to the extent where Devin Haney on his backside getting his cherry popped 3 times. Yeah? That's just not what happened. There's no way that Ryan Garcia wouldn't have been just as quick, wouldn't have clipped him 3 times if he hadn't have allegedly had this thing in there, in my professional, doctoral opinion. Yeah? It just ain't going to work like that. And I find it fishy, man. I've been finding it fishy. You don't know who's got what motives where, and who knows with these organisations. I don't know VADA from Adam. Who knows? Hey, man, we didn't like that result. Hey, just tip a bit of this in there. Oops. How do any of us know, yeah? What? It's a bit like the election process. Like, we all assume, you put your vote in, but really, who knows? Yeah? Who knows if a box of votes just go missing somewhere? Or who knows if a new box of votes come in? Kind of thing. Oops. From old dead people, kind of thing. We don't actually know anything. You have to trust that people aren't corrupt. Well, historically speaking, they are. And I'm not saying, is there someone that... People, listen. The problem is, we literally don't know. Yeah, these companies like VADA, they can put up their prospectus. Oh, we have double this, double blind this, and this, that, the other. But in reality, it's just people. Yeah? All you got to do is get one moody dude, yeah? One moody guy who's in the testing lab, a bit like Harvey Doc, yeah? Pull him for the culture. All you got to do is have one moody dude in the VADA lab, yeah? He saw Devin Haney get smoked at the weekend. He comes in Monday morning, mad. He got the moody Ostarine in his pocket, yeah? He get Ryan Garcia's test, boop, dap a little bit in there, and you can sit there and say, oh, YB is a mad conspiracy theory, but that is how things go. That is potentially how things can go. It wouldn't be the maddest thing to know, to understand. And I'm not sure, again, I'm not sure, I don't care nothing about Ryan Garcia in that sense. If he was juicing, then fair play. I'm just saying I don't trust the process in place. I don't trust the process, number one. And number two, is it impossible that Ostarine could be in meat, for example? I don't know. Is there no way it could be in food and water? Secondly, who knows? Is it a ploy? Yeah? Does someone put something in his food? Why? I need to understand you from science people. Why has it only shown up on fight night? Someone explain that to me. If Ryan Garcia is cheating, yeah, why would he only do it on fight night? Who would do that? Who would advise him to do that? No doctor's going to tell you, oh, take some of this and gamble it all and be known as a drug cheat forever to get maybe a 0.5% improvement on your performance. Literally, going to bed earlier will do you better than that. Literally, I believe. Having an extra hour of sleep will do better than having some Ostarine 24 hours before. Legitimately. And the fact that Ryan Garcia already came in overweight, again, if Ryan Garcia wanted more advantage, he could have come in 144 pounds. That extra pound of not losing water weight would have added so much more. That may add 3, 5, 10% to his performance. There's no way a little piece of Ostarine is going to add 3, 5, 10% to your performance in 24 hours. Impossible. Impossible. But yeah. I mean, we had the whole Dillian White situation. He was accused and it came out it was bullshit. So it's just... I'm tired of it. Like when people... Dillian White lost, yeah? Dillian White lost the AJ fight. And we was all laughing at him, are you juicing? It comes out that he actually wasn't. This is the part I'm making. Half the time, they weren't actually doing it. I'm like, what the fuck? Why'd you make a big scene for? Why make a scene when he wasn't even guilty? You've pulled the fight off. He wasn't even guilty, so he's not being banned. Even if he is guilty, you probably won't ban him. So why bother? Also, like the way this came out, it was via ESPN or Mike Coppinger. So it's been leaked or something like that. Per a VADA letter obtained by ESPN. I'm not sure. Maybe VADA, they do publish it. I'm just going to guess though, but like motives here. Because I thought that VADA have to keep it quiet. Don't quote me on this, but I thought that VADA have to keep it quiet until something else happens. I'm not sure. They're supposed to not say nothing until they're... I don't know. I'm just guessing. But if that is the case, then how's it getting out there? Oh, someone mad. There's some Donny in VADA who pulling for the culture, pulling for Devin Haney culture, and they mad. Oh yeah, put this letter out. Yeah, we put that like Rick Ross. Rick Ross said, yeah, I put Molly all in her champagne, and she didn't even know it. I'm telling you, there's some cat at VADA, yeah, they put the Ostarine all in his tings, and he didn't even know it. Yeah, you understand? That's what this is looking like to me. Objectively. Ryan Garcia's never had no signs of nothing doing anything like that. You could argue, well, the tank loss hit him hard, and I mean, Ryan Garcia did say, I'm willing to do anything to win. Kind of thing. So, that is another angle, possibly. I can't lose this fight. I must win it. So I'm going to take some Ostarine the day before. Again, who advising that? Who ever going to tell you that's a good idea to do? Because even if you do win, you know, even if I do win, it's going to be kind of clouded in, well, you're going to get the win taken off you. You're going to be shrouded as a drug cheat. Ryan Garcia didn't need that. He's got the clout, he's got the money. He don't need to be doing all that. And I genuinely believe he was confident of sparking Devin Haney out. That's the truth. Now, the other thing is, Ryan Garcia did come out a little while ago. And I did say this at the time, but he came out after the fight and said, "Oh, I was just playing with you, man. Like, I don't believe I was just kind of trolling everyone in the build-up." When he was talking about the Kabbalah or whatever. Now, I bring that point up to say, it does give me pause. Yeah? Because there's a good chance Ryan Garcia, he Kabbalah too. Yeah? He pretty looking, he got a bunch of clout. This could just be a big charade, right? Oh, he smoked Devin Haney, and now he been popped. It's just all a big drama show. That's a possibility too. They're all in on it. It's all big. They're all part of this club, and it's all kind of like a laugh. It's all scripted, like Diddy. That's why. Listen, Diddy, his place get raided. Yeah, like same as Epstein. Epstein place got raided 10 years ago, 5 years ago, however long it was. And who here has seen nothing from that place? Oops. Yeah. None of us have seen nothing. Oh, the feds have raided his properties. We ain't seen nothing. Same with Diddy. Oh, his place got raided. We ain't gonna see nothing. Diddy out here saying, "Oh man," he out here just smiling and everything's sweet for him still. So you don't know who doing what. You don't know who with what team. But outside of the conspiracy realm, from what I'm seeing here, I just find it hard to believe. Ain't gonna lie. Same as Dillian Whyte, all due respect though. I said at the time, I can't believe Dillian Whyte. What? He's got the AJ fight. He's got the AJ fight. Yeah? He's been knocked out. Dillian Whyte's been knocked out by Povetkin, been knocked out by AJ before. It's not the end of the world if he got knocked out again. What would be the end of the world is popping and then not losing the AJ bag and potentially never getting it back. For all we know, Dillian Whyte might lose to someone, I don't know, pick anyone you want. The state Dillian Whyte looked in, he could lose to anyone right about now. Why do that for? Why play yourself out of a however many $1 million bag to fight AJ just to try and have a little 10-20% edge? Really? Especially knowing your history. You know, Dillian, you ain't the most inconspicuous Nick. You've been getting caught. That's one thing we know about Dillian. He get caught. There's some people. If you ever hear of Duja who tell you he's been jailed 10 times, it's time to give it up. You ain't a good criminal. Yeah? Horses for courses. If you keep getting caught, lay it up. It's not for you. Yeah? So I didn't believe Dillian Whyte would do it, and guess what? He didn't. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think more likely Ryan Garcia came to fight week based on the evidence here that he only popped the day before and the day after. He came to fight week and he ate some moody food. Yeah? That's the only thing that logically makes sense, if anything. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%, no doubt about it. Stop it.